Hi, welcome to the Karen Mitches podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Today we have Rochelle Bechard.
Hi.
Sorry.
You want to start again?
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, so today is a very special episode of my podcast because this is the astrology version.
I'm so excited.
I can't remember how we decided to do this, but we decided to show Rochelle's astro chart, and then I'm going to, as an unlicensed astrologer, interpret her chart.
I love it.
I just want to put it out there that I'm unlicensed in case like members of the astrology community come for me.
Yes, and you're not prescribing anything.
Yet.
Yes, yet.
Okay, so for starters, like how big are you with astrology?
Ugh, it's a new obsession. So I think I started about 3 years ago. I was kind of a sad girl, and then I found it. I think I found a couple of lesbians who did astrocartography readings. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, this is deep. So you have your astrology chart, but you can also look at astrocartography, which tells you different locations in the world where you really vibe. And so I started just watching them, and then the TikTok algorithm took me to deep astrology, and then I started learning.
I love it. For a long time, people would say what do you agree with any conspiracy theories? And I'd say not at all. But then I realized I'd been fully indoctrinated into astrology, and I don't even know when it started. I think probably around it might be the same as you 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. It might have been during COVID. I don't know when this happened.
Yeah.
But I want to say my background with astrology is I was really into it when I was 13.
Oh.
Then I didn't think about it for decades, and now I'm fully into it.
Because once you can kind of get past the upper layers of just this is my personality, you can kind of see that there's, I don't know, connections, and I don't know how to explain it. I'll let you take it on.
It's a hard thing to defend because I feel like I don't want to. I think it's
it's so lame.
It's if someone wants to talk about it, I'm it's real because of this. That makes no sense. But it's if I start talking to you about your chart, you'll get it or you won't. And it's if you don't want to, it's I don't know. Do you like driving? Well, I don't need to sell you on most things in life. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, I don't care.
100%. And yeah, it gets a bad rep because it's it's kind of gotten into mainstream pop culture.
Yeah.
As a big three. But if you kind of dig deeper in the pieces behind it, you can kind of unpack something about yourself that feels a little uncomfortable. Which I kind of like. The thing I really love about astrology, though, is that when I do take a look at someone else's chart, I get a deeper understanding, how their thought process is.
Yeah.
And, I think what I've gotten from astrology is how different people are and, what their, needs are as people, and their relationships to people, places, things, themselves are so intrinsically different from person to person. And I think, that's why I like it.
And I think that's a big thing that before astrology, there, maybe my idea of someone's personality was well, there's just your personality, as opposed to kind of breaking it down into different aspects of it, and then you just have more. It's a more dynamic view of people, and then when you think of how each of those aspects can be affected by the external world.
100%. As an example, if my partner, he has a stellium, which is three or more planets in the house that's about being a perfectionist. And all of my life I've been just let it go, just stop being such a perfectionist. And now I don't bug him about it because I'm like, oh wow, this is like so ingrained in his personality that I just like, this is who he is.
Yeah.
And, like you kind of have to take someone for exactly who they are.
I like that. Have you done any synastry readings with him, like to see if you're compatible?
No, I haven't needed it. I think it's just like, I think I've gone as far as I really care to, in terms of like a relationship. I think as long as I know, hey, these are the kind of the key pieces of his like personality, or not personality, just like his needs as a person, then I think that's like where I cap off. I don't really need to go deeper, but I don't know, time might change that.
Yeah. How long have you guys been together?
16 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I grew up together, which I think is kind of special.
That's amazing. And then can I add this? You're from the same town as Thea Rainford.
Yeah.
And you're friends with Rainford's younger sister.
So she's actually best friends with my younger sister.
Yes.
So they went to high school together, and that's how I actually started comedy. So I went to one of Thea's shows, and then I went to 2 of her shows, and then I went to 3 of her shows, and she's like, wow, you're kind of my biggest fan. I was like, oops. Sorry. And then that's when I started doing Danton's comedy class that I had.
At Comedy Lab.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so I love that. Then he's also from this town.
My
Your
James?
partner. Yeah.
No, he's from Orangeville. We met first year university, first day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's from Orangeville.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Bradford.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are they close?
Not really. They're like an hour apart.
Okay.
So.
I know where nothing is.
Bradford is north, so just between Barrie and Newmarket, and then Orangeville is a little more west, near like Brampton.
Okay, sweet. My sister-in-law is actually from Orangeville, so shout out Orangeville.
Shoot. Yeah, woo! It's a cute town.
Okay, so getting into your astrology.
Yes.
I'm going to start with the big 3.
Okay.
So you have 2 Virgo placements, Sun and Moon, and then Gemini ascendant, which they're all ruled by Mercury.
Yes.
So I guess like the ruler of your ascendant is the ruler of your chart, but also like you're just like, that's a very Mercury dominant.
Yeah.
And Mercury relates to communication, intellect. Do you feel like thematically like you can see how Mercury is an influence in your life?
Totally. I think just I'm a super logical person. Like I've never really been like a feelings first person, which I have to be like really mindful in my friendships and my love life. Like I'm not a robot. But I think that's like a way that it comes through a lot, is that I'm just like A plus B equals C. This is how we get there.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes a good thing. Other times it's a little tricky. You can get in your head a lot.
It's weird though because you seem like insightful, so I would think there would be more of an emotional side.
It takes a lot of time to get it out. Like I have to do so many things. Like I have to journal a lot in order to like know what my feelings are. It's all like very, oftentimes it'll take me like a couple of days to know how I actually feel about a situation before like even really like digesting it. So I think it just kind of gets lost.
So do you have things like things that hit you delayed?
Of course. But I feel like since I've been journaling a lot more, like, and I've only started in the past few years, that helps a lot because that's just like a continuous just flow of just writing and anything that comes up. And sometimes I'll just get surprised, being like, oh, didn't know that made me so mad.
That's crazy because so many people like, I just feel like it's more common to talk about people who are the opposite of that, like people who fly off the handle or just...
I find those people so interesting.
Do you
like, I kind of want to be one of those people.
Do you have a lot of really emotional people in your life, like friends or?
Yeah, I would say my partner is pretty emotional. Like, he's very needy. I've always been attracted to really sad boys for sure. Musicians, like anyone who's like really emotional and volatile. So I think that's just my type.
Yeah, but that makes sense, right? Like, I feel like in most ways we seek someone the same and then someone the opposite.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Amazing. There was something else. Okay, so you have, like, in terms of what houses you're in, you're almost like the opposite of me. Like, you're, one of the things I looked your chart up, it said, like, the upper left quadrant is empty, and all my stuff is in the upper left quadrant.
Really?
But you're not totally in the lower right. I think there's a lot in the 4th house and then also in the 8th house.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So 4th house is family and, like, especially family of origin and home life. And then 8th house is the hardest house probably to talk about. It's shared resources, but it's also like death, taboo. It's one of, like, the dark houses. So it's like things placed there are oftentimes hard to access. But I guess I'm more interested in talking about your 4th house energy first, because I think that's also, there's more personal planets in there.
Sure.
Like, what do you know?
Yeah, I think I have a stellium in there.
Yeah.
I have my Venus, Sun, and Moon in there. And it's like a bit of a Leo cusp. So it's like both. And then I have my Lilith in there as well. So, which is like usually, I think it's my Lilith, right?
I don't have your Lilith on here.
Oh.
Actually, I might have it on the initial chart you sent me.
So that's just like kind of your lessons or your wounds you're trying to get over, which is kind of funny that it's in like the 3rd house as well. But yeah, it's like that 4th house, 3rd house cusp. I think places that it shows up for me is like, I love to be home.
Yeah.
I love it. I love to be home. Like, I love to be on my couch. I love to be horizontal. Like, I love to have a bath. That was like, what I would do. I love to just sit in a bath. Like, you can find me for hours just like having like a gummy and just like being past it. If there's a way to die, I would just die in a bath. So I think that's a way. I think when your sun and your moon are like in the same house, kind of means like your identity and your like feelings are really very much the same. There isn't like that conflict. So I can kind of be a little blunt and like sharp sometimes.
Yeah.
A little like overly honest, which I have to be really, really careful about.
Does it get you in trouble?
Yes.
Because I do find you, like, honest, but I don't find you off-putting, which is interesting. Like,
thank you. Work hard.
But there's another thing with the 4th house, which is some people say it's about the mother, but then I've heard this other argument that's about the father. Do you have a feeling around that?
I don't really like feel a certain like affinity to like the kind of like masculine or feminine vibes from like that placement. But I know like a lot of people associate themselves like with like more like femininity and masculinity. I'd say no. In short, I don't really like feel extra nurturing. But I will say that like I think in terms of people who like have a lot more influence over my life, I would say definitely my family would have more influence. So like growing up, like my mom, if she kind of said something about I don't know, a friend or something I did at school, like that had more influence over me than like some of my other friends, I would say.
Yeah. So I have like a 10th house stellium, which is like the opposite one. And I think people say it's more about the father.
See, that's what I like about astrology,
crazy.
though, is that if I looked at your chart and I saw that 10th house stellium, I'd be like, ah, she loves to be in corporate. Like, she thrives there. That is her personality.
And it's weird doing stand-up because so many people will have this thing where they're like, I could never work a corporate job. And I'm like, but isn't that the easiest job?
Isn't this the hard thing? It is kind of easier, I would agree. Because there's structure, there's safety nets, and there's like rules, like this is how you get to the next step.
Yeah.
And if you don't like that, then you can leave and go somewhere else.
But I feel like my corporate background was like a good thing to be in when I was younger and more fearful. And then like being able to like rise to that occasion built a bunch of skills that now I'd like to take to like self-employment and being a performer.
Yeah.
And a writer.
I see that. I feel that a lot. Like I started, I did my degree in finance, and then I was in a startup, and now I'm in like HR tech. And like I would love for it, like, me to be so satisfied just getting that paycheck and like going up the corporate ladder. I would love that. I'm like made to work. I'll get obsessed about working. But I get depressed. I get so depressed, and like a reason why I like really have clung on to stand up is because like this is one of the ways that I don't get depressed. And so it's just the solution. It's better than drugs. So
And what do you think in the stand up? Is it the writing? Is it the performing? Is it both?
I think like the way that I think with stand up, first of all, I love the community. I think like the people are just really tough people who really know themselves and really like themselves. And I haven't been in a community that really happens. And that I can kind of see someone for exactly who they are in their most authentic self.
Yeah.
For me, in terms of like personal kind of development, is like I kind of unpack new sides of myself that I didn't know or would be comfortable sharing. I think in my relationship, which is like kind of a big part of my identity, is like I've always let my partner be the storyteller or like be the artist. And I was always in like a bit of a helping role. And so coming into stand-up where I have to be my own voice, like that was just like such a big change, and now I can't get enough.
I love that. And it's interesting when you talk about like, because earlier you said like you don't always know your emotions, and like comedy is you have to write on the emotion.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like that makes perfect sense as like an antidote.
Exactly. How I feel about something. And like in comedy too, like you can't be passive. I'm often passive, being like chill, like the chill girl to like go along with anything. But in comedy, like I have to choose to be like something. I can't talk about something that I'm chill with. Like I have to either love it or hate it.
Yeah, there's no story if you're just like, I'm indifferent about this.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's just been like an exercise of finding out like things I really hate. And like it's kind of funny. I'll say a bit and I'll just give it away because I'm like, ooh, that didn't even feel good when I said that in front of people. And I almost have to be in front of people in order to even learn what I like, which is really twisted.
I kind of love that. Like, I don't know, it's just interesting to me because I feel like I'm naturally opinionated. And so when I find out people like that it takes them a while to find their opinions, I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I wish I like knew what I liked and didn't like, but
I think Michelle Wolf said the same thing. And I don't even think it was from stand-up. It might have been from doing improv, but it like taught her to have like a perspective on things.
Yeah, strange.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you wanted to loop it back to that astrology piece, like my signs are so mutable. So like I only have mutable signs. So it's like that is like classic a person who just is kind of like goes with the wind.
Did you pay a lot of attention to your Saturn return?
I feel like mine came in a little late, honestly. Like, I almost feel like I had that Saturn return, and then it was like a few years, and then I almost started comedy.
So the Saturn return is when the Saturn returns to the spot it was in when you were born. And the idea is that Saturn is like a difficult planet, so it tends to, wherever you have it, tends to be more of a problem when you're younger. And then the Saturn return is kind of like a forcing of maturation. If you are not doing your due diligence in that area, it'll bring a kind of like reckoning on your life.
Yeah.
And then I felt my Saturn return really strongly. Like, I didn't listen to it, but my Saturn is like conjunct with my Jupiter.
Ooh,
and the thing they say with that
interesting.
is like, some people, like, their problem in life is they didn't fulfill their Saturn return. But if it's conjunct Jupiter, it has to happen. So like, if you need it, it would like cut off one of your limbs if it needed to make you like learn that lesson.
It would be so extreme.
Yeah.
Because like everything around Jupiter is like big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I ended up
Where is your Jupiter?
It's in my Saturn's in my 10th house.
Oh fuck.
But
in the stellium
Jupiter is in my 9th house, but they're conjunct and they're on my midheaven. So I ended up out of work and then in rehab.
That's crazy.
And so like, I feel like I didn't really like fulfill it till I was like 35, but then like I did. Like, because I had to.
Yeah, and like if it's on your midheaven too, like it's so much a part of your identity as well. Like for you, like it's, again, I haven't seen your chart, but I'd imagine that career and identity are just like this for you. There's no separation. Like, you are your career. You know what I mean?
So where is your Saturn?
It's actually similar. It's at the 0 degree between my 8th and 9th house. So I feel like what interests me in my comedic perspectives are anything in that 8th house. So like sex, anything taboo, like death. I love death. Like I just love talking about things that are that make people feel uncomfortable. And the Saturn is right in between that, but it's also in the 9th house as well. So like more around like kind of like life philosophy and spirituality. So just like the idea of like having kind of some spiritual ground. I think I've always had to have that. And maybe that's why I cling on to something like astrology.
What's the sign in the 9th house?
The sign? The Saturn?
Like, what sign rules your 9th house?
Oh, man. I don't remember. I think it's Sag. I think it's Sagittarius. Am I right? I could be wrong.
Sorry, 9th house starts at Capricorn.
Oh, it's Cap. That's right. It is Cap.
Yeah.
And what's my 8th house?
So, your 8th house cusp. Sorry, your 8th house is Capricorn. No, wait. They both start in Capricorn. What the fuck?
Yeah. Okay,
that's
they're both
crazy.
Cap. So I think, so the way that like I kind of approach spirituality is in like a very systematic way. So that's kind of why I like astrology, is because like it just like makes sense. You know what I mean?
And Saturn is at
rules.
home in Capricorn, right? Like that's yeah, because Saturn rules Capricorn.
Oh, cool.
So that's like very powerful.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
To have your Saturn in your 9th house, yeah,
that's cool. But yeah, so
I don't know that I knew that you could have two houses starting in the same.
Oh, they're always
sign.
kind of like, and if you look at the 4th and 3rd house, it's like a little like cuspy Leo and Virgo as well. So like my Leo is in my 3rd house of communication.
You have this other weird thing, like you have an impacted house where like is it Scorpio? No, it's Cancer doesn't, like, it's completely inside one house. So there's nothing that starts, there's no house that starts in Scorpio, or sorry, that starts in Cancer.
I don't know. Which house is that?
Hold on.
I always ignore the Cancer.
Was it? let me look at this. Yeah, so it's your second house has Cancer in it.
Oh, yeah.
But it starts in really Gemini and it ends in Leo. So your Cancer is completely hidden in there. And then you also, this is like a whole thing that connects with your emotional, the thing you said about being less emotional is like you don't have any water signs. No. Yeah. I don't think you have any water signs.
No, I don't think so.
And then if you have a sign that's impacted like that, it means it's like that sign in particular is unexpressed in your chart. So yeah, that's crazy.
I think my midheaven's in Pisces. So
but then there's something weird too, because you have the 4th house stellium, and the 4th house is ruled by Cancer. So maybe you do have some Cancer energy.
Yeah, I think
you
just
have
need
so
to
much.
Find it in a logical way. And for me, being able to like write that in jokes and then being able to present it to others, I always need a mirror in order to know what I'm feeling. That's what I've learned through comedy.
Yeah.
Is like having that audience as a mirror and then reflecting it back on me. I'm like, oh, that's how I feel.
This is another backtrack, but when you said like the liking to be taboo in your comedy, there is something like when I watch you on stage, like it is your strength, like because you do say things like very comfortably that are inappropriate or but you make them quite palatable. Like it seems very normal.
Yeah.
Like when you, because you have a whole, I think the first bit I ever saw you do was about, you talked about your smut novels.
Oh yeah, the fairy porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that bit.
Sometimes when people are sexual on stage, I'm like, please stop. And for some reason, some people, it's okay. And it's fun. And it seems normal. And then I think some of the stuff, because I have a couple things in my 8th house, they say, like, you're comfortable, like some people don't do well at a funeral. And, like, I feel like you would do a good eulogy.
You think I'm comfortable at a funeral? Yeah, I am comfortable at a funeral. I think I think it's an interesting place to be, you know, when you're like walking on that taboo line. And like fairy porn is so fucking weird. I'm also a weird girl. Like I think like, and I just grew up on a farm, 5 kids, like super Catholic. So I think it's just like, that's something I'll just never, like I watch too much anime not to be weird. So it's like, I think
so many anime people in stand-up.
I love it.
We could have an anime convention of
I found them all. But yeah, I feel like, what were you saying about me being comfortable at a funeral? Yeah, I want to do more of it. And I think something I'm learning in stand-up as well, and like because I'm a Virgo, double Virgo, I'm obsessed about always getting better. Like literally, that's all I think about. Yeah. I just get obsessed about craft and getting better, and people like, sometimes it's offensive to others, you know, because I can get in my head and like be like less perceptive of others, but really it's just like the craft that I like. I'm just
because I think Virgos will like want to help other people get better too, and then people can be like, oh, you think I need to get better? But
all the time.
it's not like, I think for people with Virgo energy, it's not personal. It's just like, well, we're all getting better, aren't we?
Yeah. Isn't that why you're here?
Yeah.
And they're like, no.
And I feel like somebody who doesn't want to talk about my development is maybe like, doesn't think I'm in the game, right? Like,
yeah.
If someone was like, oh, hey, you should try this class, I'd be like, oh, this person cares about me, as opposed to, oh, she thinks I need a class.
Yeah. But also, like, I think that, like, I've always vibed with school. Like, I've always liked, like, I went to school because I like to learn. You know what I mean? Whereas I don't think most people are like that, where they were at school with their friends, or, like, you know, not to be in the class.
Okay, so back to Saturn. It's in your 9th house, and it's at home there because it's Capricorn. That's confusing for me, though.
Okay.
Like, I feel like Capricorn or Saturn is a weird thing to have in the 9th house.
Why?
I don't know, because it's
so how I see it expressed in like in my life is like I always have to have some kind of doctrine to live by. And it's like, and sometimes I'll blame it because like I went to a lot of fucking church, and so it's like hard coded in me in order to like kind of believe in some kind of like something outside of myself.
Yeah.
So I had a big yoga phase. I feel like that's kind of the same kind of energy. I had a really big like film phase as well. So just like everything in my life was like around like this higher thing of making a beautiful story. And now it's with comedy. So it's like, I think kind of some kind of deeper purpose, feeling, doctrine is often tied to like a craft or art as well, and kind of how you flow through life and what you believe is important.
Do you travel a lot?
Not as I used to, but I've traveled enough. So I lived in France for a year, did a lot of traveling then. I haven't been to Asia or South America or Africa, but I think everywhere else I've kind of been pretty well traveled.
Nice. What about politics or government? Do you have any... Are you very political? Would you ever work in government?
Not really. Like, I think it moves a little too slow for me. I'm like very much like an ideas person, like a very big kind of like, an experimental person. So the like working in a startup really suited me, and tech really suits me just because it's super fluid and I can go run off and try an idea, and then if it fails, I still have my job.
Yeah.
So
the mentality is
really just like experimental. In terms of politics, I think politics are super noisy, and it's just like that day-to-day noise exhausts me. Like I don't feel excited about like when Charlie Kirk happened. I was like, why are we like why are we here? Like there's so many other things to like to put your energy into.
Yeah.
And so I feel that I don't have like my thumb on the pulse of politics as closely
Mercury
as most
is
people.
like fast moving and like efficient. So
I'm so efficient, especially in my friendships. Sometimes that's problematic. Like I'll just like see someone for like 3 minutes, be like, yeah, friendship ticked off. And I won't see you for months.
Do you love the stand-up scene for sort of like you can show up and be social and then leave?
Kind of. I don't linger. Like I don't think it's like my like it's not my whole world to be that social. I actually love to be introverted.
Yeah.
So like I love being on my couch. But I do love seeing, and getting the surprise of like, oh wow, you're here. I haven't seen you in a while. The one thing I have loved about stand-up is that I get to see all my friends in different places. So like I had a show in Kitchener at the beginning of the month, and I saw a friend I hadn't seen in like 15 years. And then a couple weeks later I had a show in Ottawa, and so I went to go see my cousin who I haven't seen in like a year. So I think the excuse to be able to go see people I love has kind of really worked well with me in comedy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay, going back to your boyfriend, you said he has his son in, what were we saying about him and the house associated with perfectionism?
Oh, he has a stellium in the 6th house. And kind
which
of
is the house associated with Virgo, yes?
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah.
Ruled by Mercury.
Yeah, he's a Virgo too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
he's a Virgo sun, Leo moon, Aquarius rising. So I think it's like the perfect big 3 for like a cult leader.
And your Jupiter's in your 4th house.
Yes.
So your 4th house Virgo or your okay. because there's the whole thing that's
but it's like really cuspy on the communication, like the Leo as well. So it's like kind of, it's not super Virgo. There's like, I would say it like kind of goes more, because like I think we love to like define astrology as like, oh, I'm a Virgo, but like everything's kind of more of a spectrum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rather than like a hard definitive sign. And the signs are more just like easy ways to communicate. They're not really like set in stone. So I think it's like kind of like has more a sway of Leo than like super Virgo.
But he has Virgo and Leo.
He has a Leo moon, which means he needs a lot of validation. So like putting his art on the fridge, you know?
And then I guess the other thing they say, so where Jupiter is oftentimes indicative of the male partner, if you have a male partner. And then the other one is the ruler of the 7th house.
Yeah, it's Sag.
For the 7th house. Oh, actually, I remember looking this up now. So then it's just the same thing as your Jupiter sign. Like, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So then your Jupiter is in your 4th house. So from both methods, it would say your partner's going to be connected to the 4th house. So is he, and Virgo. So is he also a homebody?
Yeah, he is. Even more so, because like if you look at his chart, he has his 12th, like another stellium in the 12th house. He's a very intense. I know, it's a really intense.
And why does he have so much in the 7th house?
Yeah, it's like 6,
it's
7.
Everything.
Yeah. I know, he's an
like
intense guy.
7, 12, but also 11. Well, 7 and 11, that's like both one-on-one relationships and group relationships. Well, you guys have been together for so long. I feel like
it's because of him for sure.
He is just really, really good at interpersonal relationships.
Yeah, he gets obsessed for sure. And he's like, he kind of is like alluring. Like when we worked with like a lot of actors, like he's like, girls would fall in love with him because like he's just like kind of just like has like so much riz on that one-on-one and that like 7th house. But on the flip side, he loves to be alone, like in that 12th house. So just like that used to, I think in medieval times it used to be like a really bad omen, like you would go to prison. even like I think they still say like if you're 12th house, you're more likely to be at some point in your life in an institution. Yeah. So it could be hospital, mental hospital, prison. Yeah. Like 12th house is still scary. And I feel like astrology is less scary than it used to be. Yeah. But I think it's 6, 8, and 12. A lot of the stuff. Like what's the falling out of favor with the king? A lot of old-timey astrology is hilarious. It really is. I think like the 6th house used to be the slave house. The servant's house where you had to be a slave, which is crazy, which doesn't really prove or help our case. To believe it.
This is the
at least it changes with the times, you know. Yeah. So, but yeah, it is crazy. But I think like at 12th house, like he just thrives being alone, and he has like a lot of depth as a person. So like it's like people with like really a lot of 12th house planets, like they tend to just feel so deep and like experience life like so intensely and deeply, which makes him a good artist. So
yeah, but a lot of it's subconscious too. So is he like more like, is he the kind of person that would have like an idea that seems to come out of nowhere?
Of course. Yeah. So
that's very interesting.
Yeah it is. It's been like, but like after seeing his chart in astrology, I felt like I like could give more space to that. So like I was like, oh wow, maybe you should have your own room to work, because it like you just need more space. Yeah. And that has been so helpful.
I love that.
Yeah, practical.
What are the kind of practicalities around your creativity?
And like, I think practicalities, like my schedule.
Yeah, or like things you need to do in order to write or to stick with things or
I just make things a part of like my my social life. I think that's one thing is like, and that's really easy to do with comedy. Is like if it's
yeah,
a part of your social life, you're always doing it. What else do I do? I can't force myself to do anything. I'm never that person. If I start forcing myself to go to the gym or forcing myself to write, no bueno. I will stop. Like I have to really love it or be excited about it. And so making sure that I like fall in love with things like in a really romantic way, that's how I keep things going and that's how I stick with anything.
so you're just sort of like in love with doing comedy.
Yeah.
And that's, are you writing on stage? Like, are you riffing?
I have to, yeah. That's the only way I can. I've tried the do an hour a day, and it's just like, I'll just like write things that are not meaningful to me. They don't make sense. They don't connect with people, and like that's my favorite part about comedy is like I connect one-on-one with people better than I've ever have in my life. So like that's my motivation is like how do I connect with others, or like when I'm at a family gathering, like I'm able to help other people connect better with each other, and so that's my drive.
Yeah.
And so being able to write on stage, now I'm like, hey, I need almost to be there and on stage to like think, how do I want to connect with this person in front of me?
Yeah.
Rather than like being at home and writing my opinions. It's just I get lost in the sauce.
Yeah. I think it's definitely motivating for me that I'm going to have an audience for it. Mm-hmm. So, like, I think I do my best writing if I'm doing a mic early in the week.
Yes.
Either like Sunday night or Monday night, and I just get something ready for that. And then I see it right away. Sometimes I'm riffing, like, sometimes I kind of show up with it written out, or I just have like maybe like an opening line in the idea, and then it'll come together a bit on stage. But it's not so much I think that I need to be on stage, but I think it's like the motivation of the audience, like
100%.
A little bit of that adrenaline, like this is due, I have to do it.
Oh yeah, I've always had like ADHD, so it's just like being able to like plan my time. I can't write in the mornings. I have to write like maybe an hour or two before I have to leave, because that's just when things work in my brain.
Yeah. How did you decide to study finance?
I think kind of out of like insecurity for money, to be honest. Like in 2008, my dad lost his job, and like it was just super hard on my family, and like just like it was I like come from a really big family of 5 kids where my mom, she gave me a lot of opportunity but just really struggled to keep the same kind of opportunity to everybody else.
Yeah. And
so going to business school was just like kind of a really fail-safe thing. Where
are you the oldest?
I'm second oldest. So, and I just wanted to understand how money works.
Saturn return. How did you experience it?
How did I experience my Saturn return? Is that when you're 27?
It's usually like somewhere in the late 20s, but I think it varies.
I honestly, like, that would have been just like at the beginning of COVID for me. So I think I was like really depressed, like deeply depressed. I started having really bad acne when I was 26. So
did you have bad acne in your teens?
No, but I was like on Accutane around 26, which was awful. That's depressing too, because like the actual pills like put you through a bit of a spiral.
Is it hormonal? Accutane?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck.
Yeah, it really messes with you. But yeah, I think I was like, I don't know. I think a big swing for me is when like James and I stopped doing film together, because it was really a big part of our relationship, where it just like wasn't working. We were always doing these films, putting 100% of ourselves into them. They were beautiful pieces, but like it just like wasn't really going anywhere, and it wasn't like career wise like bumping out for him. So he moved over to VR, and then I really didn't have like that kind of same creative outlet, or with like my best friend either at that same time. So like I did spend a year just like kind of floating, especially after COVID. And a lot of your friends, like I don't know about a lot of my friends like moved out of the city during COVID, started families, and so that was kind of a big part of change as well. So like I could say that comedy did come through after my Saturn return, but it just maybe took me a couple of years to be able to find it.
That actually fits a lot with with Saturn ninth house, because it's like, because that would be like the house where like your purpose would be. Yeah. So it's like there's a fundamental shift in purpose, and you had to like refine it.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
Oh, thank you. But it is like so similar to film. I think it just like the ability to do the art every day is just so much more satisfying than having to like do that script and then just kind of work together and then find like all of the people to put it to the next step. There's just like so many steps in film that like you're really alone, whereas in comedy like you just have such a cool community and you're able to like practice this art again and again.
It's really made for ADHD people, because it's like the immediate gratification of like you could just write 1 minute of material and then you immediately get to go show it and have people laugh.
Oh, and it's the best feeling. Oh my God. I tell everyone it's better than drugs. like I used to, when I started comedy, I was like, I would be out for like 2 hours after a set. Just like rattled and just like I couldn't sleep and just like so excited or so low, because like when you're, I don't know, like I love when people come through it naturally, but for me it's like not natural. It's like something I really have to like kind of work at. I'm not like a huge personality coming out of the gate, and like again we talked about finding a voice, like that's part of it for me. So I think like the lows were pretty low at the beginning, but I haven't felt like that in at least a year.
Yeah.
So
some of my favorite moments in comedy have been walking home after comedy.
I love a walk home. That is the best part.
I think it's because you get the high on stage.
Yeah.
And then it just like it carries with you. So like you're walking home on like, you know, like a beautiful summer night, and you're like a natural high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then the jokes can kind of like roll through your head really. Like,
because it is one of those things like when you're on stage, it happens fast. So then you can sort of like replay it afterwards a bit. Like,
what worked.
Yeah.
And also like being able to watch also people change around you as well is like such a treat, and like seeing when people get like good new tags or.
Yeah. It's funny because you do really see people, like you see people show up and not know how to do it, and then you see people on good nights and bad nights, so it is very, and people are talking about some wildly personal shit. Do you have any kind of like boundaries that you've put up, like over what you talk about?
Like I try not to put James down, like my partner too. Like I really try not to do like, you know, like my wife kind of vibe.
No, what's the take my wife? No, take my wife.
Yeah, exactly. So even though he's like he is a very interesting person, and like like it would be really easy to kind of go down that route. But also this is like more about me. I feel like I've kind of so I feel like I don't go there as much, and he actually like tells me that I should be using him more in my material, so I think I'll get there eventually. Any other boundaries? I don't know. I try to like not also put down my mom. I don't know. I feel like I'm just not. I love her. She's just been good to me. So
I think there's something too, like with age, like I'm older, but also my parents are older, so just like the place I'm in with them, it feels immature to talk too much about their influence. And then like they're older folks, so you get to a point where you want to like more like celebrate them.
And I don't know, we talked about astrology, and so like maybe the 4th house, maybe I should be kind of going down that road, and maybe I will. But yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it. In terms of like personal things, I think everything else is, there's a lot of like kind of personal stories I haven't like dove into, but I will eventually once I find the right way to like kind of say them in a way. But yeah, I feel like there's not too many boundaries. Like, I love to talk about sex and drugs and cults. So,
oh, cults. You have not been in one, have you?
No, I haven't. Not in a real cult. No. Have you?
Just the Catholic Church.
Just a startup.
I also love cults, but no, I'm not a joiner. And I have like Virgo in my 9th house, so I feel like
you're too practical.
Yeah, even like I feel like I had to come to like astrology through like a accidental indoctrination. But it's not easy for me to be like
your entire identity.
Yeah, or just like I feel like it's been harder and later in life that I've been able to have like a spiritual side, because I just thought about it too practically when I was younger. Yeah. And I feel like I missed the point.
Well, a lot of it's stupid too. Like, I think it's like, there's just like a lot of like crazy people that are just like,
yeah,
all about Jesus. You know? So it's like kind of hard to jump on that
with the astrology thing where it's like, because I feel like, yeah, it is made up, but it still works, and then that makes me happy. Like,
yeah, and like I think it's like there are so many like little, like we've bounced around like all of these different planets and signs, and you can kind of take what you want from it, and I think that's the most important part is like, hey, what is like kind of connecting with you? Like, what do you kind of like, do you feel that makes sense to you? And then just like listen to that, and kind of you can ground yourself in that. But often when I don't have something like astrology or like a craft to really ground myself in, I just like kind of get loopy and crazy and depressed. So unfortunately, I wish I didn't need it, but
it works.
It works. Yeah, it works. It's like the fastest way for me not to be a sad girl.
I love it.
Yeah.
Is there somewhere, I forgot to ask you before, is there anything you want to plug?
Oh, I have a show with Eric Daniel on November 6th. So we are doing our second Big Joke Smackdown.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What's the venue?
SoCap at 8 o'clock on November 6th.
Sweet. And who are you on socials?
I am at Rochelle, because, okay, my name, outside of comedy, like everyone calls me Roro, which is kind of really cute, especially kids. Like, I'm Auntie Roro. So yeah, Rochelle, pretty much just Instagram. I'm a TikTok lurker, but I don't post, so I won't say anything there.
Someday. I feel like I could see you doing skits.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing a lot of improv classes right now, so maybe that's in my future.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. This has been so much fun.